Right, PSGL, more league racing. This is round 4 for the Chinese Grand Prix. Now, we're fresh off the back of the Belgian Grand Prix round 3. Video on screen now. It was a very interesting race, and there was a bit of controversy in there as well in terms of, strategy and also crucially steward decisions, which, yeah, go watch it. I'm not going to say anything else, just check it out. Anyway, in the meantime, we're going to jump into qualifying here. A track where I think my single lap pace isn't very good based off practice, but I think race pace based off WR is excellent. So I think this could be a sleeper, but you never know. Either way, let's get into it. Like, subscribe, and let's jump into the qualifying. Right, so for reference, I just did a practice session. I've actually done 2 practice sessions, or 2 qualifying sessions. That's what I've done. Same as always. Got on the pace fairly quickly though. Did a PB of a 29.7, which is actually quicker than my WOR qualifying lap. So let's get into it and let's talk about a few things in this one and see how things progress. Now, there is a bit of a straight line meta, a bit like in Bahrain. You have to run the inside line to avoid the bumps on the racing line. Hit the bump. Speaking of bumps, there's another one there at turn 1, and this track does have a little bit of that kind of RNG, where if you just get it right, you will get a decent lap out of it, but it's very hard to get it perfect. Now, either way, we kept on with our lap here, and this is going to be our banker. So, we're going to see what we can try and do. Again, a 29.7 is the target lap time realistically here, so that's what I'm aiming to achieve. So far, not too bad to be fair, as we now head through turn 8 or turn 7. I will say not too bad, but we've completely... Oh my god, it's getting really bad now. Do I have time for 4 runs here?
You should do.
Forgot to get temperature in the front. I won't. We abandoned. Never mind. It wasn't going too bad, and then I literally spoke and it went pear-shaped. So we'll try again. Attempt number 2. Fresh tyres on our car. I rolled out of the previous one, went straight to the pits, got a tyre change, and we're back at it again. So let's try again to get a lap together and get one on the board. So through turn 1, we take a bit of a wider line, and this time we do avoid the bump. So a much better job there as we then tighten things up through 1 and 2. Now back on the power as we open things up. Technically turn 3, and now the kink is turn 4. Down towards turn 5, brake at pretty much 70 meters. Throw the nose in and rotate the car. A little bit wide, exit wasn't too good either. For now though, we're keeping it one piece, and that is what matters. Through turn 6, flat out turn 7. Nasty little bump on the inside here as well, which we managed to go around, and now just trying to keep the car under control through 7 and 8. Good run through there this time. A little bit deep there. Had to wait to get the throttle down. Yeah, definitely, but still better than that horrific first run where it really kind of, untangled and fell apart. Making our way through the chicane into the banker, and you can see now carrying that run nicely onto the back straight. We're going to now prepare for the DRS driving in the middle of the road to basically limit the bumps as we now look for the braking point into the hairpin. You want to brake bang on the 100-meter board, if not just after. Down to 3rd, again flick the wheel in and get the nose into the corner. Back on the power. Easy does it on the way out, and now into the last corner, just throw the car in. Oh, give me a 29. Oh, not quite. Damn. One too many moments. Not a good first lap. Now, it's not ideal, but it's a banker. So we can work on and try and build on that if possible. So on to our second full attempt. If you discard the first one, already up as we get a much better start to the lap. Through turn 1, we keep momentum rolling, and currently half a tenth up as we now head to turn 2. Oh, no, little snap. I was pretty good until that point. I just can't put it together right now. What's going on?
I mean, the lap isn't great, so I would...
Oh, it's fucking in the bin now. I just can't do a lap now. I'm fucking shitting myself everywhere. Realistically, what the fuck can I do here? Let's have a look.
Put a clean lap together.
7 gets me top 10, so... That's got to be the target. Has to be the target. So, final attempt, make or break. We need to put a lap together because I'm unable to do so at the moment. Underway. Throw the car into turn 1, we avoid the bump, and we're a tenth up there briefly. We lose a little bit as we tighten up through the apexes. Turn 2, we lock a left front, miss the apex and lose that advantage. I don't know what I'm doing. would have been about 800ths up. Could have been a very high 4 in the first, which would have been a personal best for me, you know, ever record first sector, but that slight lock up at turn 2 just cost us. Now though, we do find some time out of 5, and now through 6 and 7, trying to find all that lap time. We hit the bump through turn 8, you can see the car just got pushed wide, and we had to correct the line and kind of bring it back in. Luckily we do so, and we're 2 tenths up at the middle sector split as we now throw the car into the chicane, avoid the little sausage curbs on the inside as we then try to get the power down ASAP out of the chicane into the banker. We do lose a little bit on the exit, but generally overall we gained in that section, and we're 2 and a bit tenths up as we now prepare the last 2 corners of the lap. So spot the braking here, again trying to really push. That's about 85 meters, really late. We get good braking and rotation and exit as well, and we find a bit of time, and now the last corner, just launch it in, oversteer again on the way through. Nah. Now it wasn't really a great, I definitely think there was way more time in that. I mean, you know, just with the mistake at turn 2, turn 3 alone, and then the last corner little snap, easy 10th and a half, 10th and a bit there for sure. I definitely think a 7 was possible, maybe even a high 6. And then, you know, there were some other little moments in the lap where we hit the bump at turn 8 or turn 7 actually, and you know, just generally lost a little bit as well through the banker on the exit. So I do think maybe up to 2 tenths was in the lap, and you know, if we'd done that, it could have been P11. Instead though, it's P14, 17 car grid, not exactly ideal. Crucially though, Lewis is P2 on the front row. For me though, it's about race pace, and that is what I'm good at around here. So let's get into the race, and let's see how that goes. Right, here we go then. Lights on for round 4, the Chinese Grand Prix. Hard tyres all round as we go to lights out, and we're underway. But half of the lobby seems to have disconnected. I don't know if Oliver's here or not. No, use AI. There's a few AI, what? Hang on, half the grid's not here.
What? Yeah, the lobby's desynced.
Because I can see some drivers, but I don't know if their position's accurate or not.
No, you're currently P13.
I'm sure not risk leaving and rejoining. Like, I don't know what.
I mean, on Bogdan's stream, you're in the right position. Yeah, say you've just fired off session leave.
I'll have a look. I've got nothing to lose, might as well just check the fucking Discord chat. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave and rejoin then. And,
So if you leave and rejoin, see if that works.
It's retired your car.
What?
Oh. The lobby's fully desynced now.
What do you mean?
Yeah, it's fully desynced now.
Try that again. So, let's see, second attempt. Hopefully, everything goes well. We get a restart due to desync, and we're on the way. This time, no red X's. Everybody's in the lobby. Okay, this time I think we're good. Lovely jubbly. So now, we boogie, and we go racing into turn 1 as we have Bogdan on the outside. I tried to have a little look up the inside here and make it 3 wide with Tim Tornamo and Oliver Knott. Right on the outside of turn 2 though, turn 3, we're going to get a bit of a push there on the rear left, but we go through and we do clear Bogdan on the way out, so we keep P14 now down the inside of Oliver into turn 5, sorry, for P13, and we do just about get the move, or do we? Oliver's back on the inside here. We're going to have to go side by side through the far chicane on the opener as we take the inside line. This curb's very slippery, so you have to be careful. We're going to commit to this outside line through turn 7 and turn 8, still going at it, and we are just going to get the momentum here to get in front. But now to the braking zone, we have to brake late to defend. We do a good job of that, and we're going to get the inside now through the banker. We might just have a shot here to get under the Ferrari, not quite, but we are finally going to get Oliver and move into 13th as we now get on the battery like everybody else down the straight. But you can see we seem to be a little bit slow because we're getting overtaken either side with the battery on, so my wings might be a bit high already there. A bit of an early indication as we go 3 wide, and we luckily pull it out of the bag on the exit.
All good so far, yeah?
Yeah, don't worry, I'm 3 wide. So.
Okay, DRS is now available.
Yep, don't mind me, Lewis. all good, 3 wide, but yeah, other than that, we're doing absolutely fine. And on to lap number 2, upper place in P13.
Important you save that battery not on.
Yep, trying to. How much battery does Oliver have? Damn.
He'll probably have like 60. Because Bogdan behind him has 62. When you go for that left-hander in the middle sector, shift up to 7th, down to 6th, whilst you're in none, and it will start recharging.
Okay. So Leroy, the engineer, of course, my teammate WR, is going to give us a little tips to really try and optimise. I'm going to put it to the test right here. So we shift to 7th quickly, and then back to 6th, whilst in none. You can see the battery just charge up on the throttle. So nice little tip there to really help with battery charge and have that advantage. Everyone in hards, right? No one broke away.
I believe everyone's in hards, yes.
So same situation across the board, no big strategy changes, and we're going to try and apply that tip, not just through that particular corner, but also throughout the lap whenever possible. So for now, 13th, but we have a bit of a snap, and that's not the best exit out of the banker. Not ideal. We might be under pressure here because, as you saw, the speed on the straight isn't looking too good, bruv. And you can see Oliver's getting a look on the outside as we race down to the hairpin. We're going to hold the inside line, but we might get boxed in here. Bit of, I think, front wing off there off the side as we get boxed.
I think that was a bit of wing at the hairpin there. I don't know what car.
Yeah, I didn't see. It looked black, hard to tell, but everyone's just burning, man. You're forced to burn everything on the back straight. You can't not have a lap where you don't use it. And it doesn't help as well that I'm slow on the straight, so everyone can just take advantage and go through. Oh, it's a bit late. Oh, it's a little bit late. A little bit of a push to pass there from Bogdan, possibly.
Just wait, Tom, because the setup will come back to you.
Yeah, and I'm confident. Quick. But, oh shit. Oh, someone else. So that's 2 bits of damage now, potentially 2 cars with damage. But we have dropped down to 15th. We've lost a couple of places. I'm trying to re-challenge Bogdan here and get back involved as we head down towards turn 5. I feel like Bogdan's a bit passive. Jensen's got damage and Bogdan's not getting by right now. It's getting ugly. Train's going to split here.
That's split.
Now, up ahead, you can see on the minimap, things are starting to open up. Lots of cars battling. Bogdan's got low wing. Very low wing. I'm using all my battery and it's doing nothing. And now Sasha is having a look down the inside. We're going to use the outside line to try and defend position. I'm waiting for Bogdan to go for it on Jensen because of the damage, but he's just not going for it. And we are not able to defend, so we lose another place. And what was P13 is now P16, which is really unfortunate. We are, though, going to re-overtake Sasha right away on the pit straight. I'm a bit slow on the straight. Yeah, I think we've realised, definitely seems like that's a bit of an issue, but we're going to have to, deal with that. We can't change that anymore. So yeah, at the minute you can see Jensen getting overtaken by Bogdan. Of course, Jensen with a bit of damage. He's one of the cars that lost an end plate before, so that kind of is making sense now. Sasha still going at it and actually gets back in front. I'm going to try and get him again here at turn 5. Around the outside we go. We get momentum rolling. We keep it moving, and we're still there as we now go side by side towards turn number 6. But oh my god, that's tight. I got pinched a little bit, but I'm going to use Jensen's damage here to get the momentum and just swing it around the outside and get the pair down the inside at turn 7 and 8. And that is a lovely, really smart double overtake using, Jensen's damage where he's going to be slow on that side of the car in those right-handers to get the momentum and swing a double round and get the pass. So back up to 14th. Good stuff. Tommy, I got DRS, please.
Did.
I just got to watch out for all this checking up. This is where I'm going to get damage. That's one thing I've got to watch out for all race long.
So the V-carb and P11 has damage in the front right, just make sure.
Okay. And Finn's in the Williams, right? Alessandro
is in the Williams, yeah. He's in P4 now. So
2 cars with damage ahead.
Yep.
Bogdan's very passive for guys with damage.
Both those cars ahead of you now, Tom, in front of Bogdan have damage, so it's important you clear them.
So we know now where the damage is, and it's these two going at it, and they're duking it out. Now we tried to get Bogdan by surprise, but we have a bit of contact and not able to get the move done.
Balance battery if you can.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Got overlay.
Even on the steering wheel?
Yep, overlay.
Wait, Bogdan's still there, what?
He ghosted.
I didn't even see him. He just rejoined to the apex.
Okay, you need to get past these.
Oh no, want it. Just like that, carbon copy of the last lap, we get Carlos. Something happened there with Bogdan. Nothing I can do. Either way, we've been the lucky beneficiary, and now we're behind the last damaged car of Alessandro Fin, and we're going to try and get him here out the banker onto the back straight. I reckon I'll get back in the lead group. They're slow in the corners, they're checking up a lot.
Yeah.
Is Alessandro really defending this? No, he isn't. It took him a while.
Yeah.
I'm slow on the straight though. Pace is good right now. Up front, there's no checking up in the corners, so you're not losing time. Unfortunately, we could not catch the lead group. They were behaving really well, and in this first thing, they weren't checking up. It was all just very consistent. They were being pulled along at the front, and their pace was relentless. And the reality is, I'm still on the straight. I used my battery up, so I just wasn't able to really close in. My pace feels good though. I feel confident, and now we're seeing cars start to pit. So I'm gonna go long. Going long really works, and the overcut is really strong at the end.
But I think you should put this up. You'll be behind Sasha, and then Bogdan's out of the train. The longer you go, you're just gonna pull up more.
Yeah, everyone's in. Now, ideally, lap 18 is what I had in mind, but we are going to have to bring it forward by a lap. And the reason is just because we need to get back in the race, and we're running out of time. The one lap fresher tyres makes such a big difference around here.
So you'll have 1 over Sasha, 2 over Bogdan.
Yep. So we know the plan, but let's try and execute. So onto the mediums, back on the way. Let's try and push now in this stint. We're back with Patrick.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
You only way is up? Yep, that's exactly it. So here we go. 10 laps to go. Now it gets serious. So Jensen's in the pit lane, so we gain a place, P15. We've got Alessandro and Patrick battling here, so a little bit of a blockade, but we're going to go down the inside of Alessandro and just squeeze the throttle on. That's going to give us the outside, and I believe he still has some damage, so we're going to use our fresh tyres, full wing to go through. And now onto Patrick. We've got DRS on the back straight here, so we're going to make this easy work. Again, not great speed, but DRS plus some hot lap mode should hopefully get the job done here, and a little touch of overtake to move into P13 once again. So up next, Bogdan, 1 car at a time. We'll get them all. I'll drop these two. On to Bogdan.
Bogdan 49%.
So there's the status, and you can see Bogdan's charging quite heavily here. So I think he's running out of battery or running quite low. We've got a full charge, so we can afford to go and really like commit and burn up and go for this. So we're gonna get stuck in. We saw his incredible speed in the straight, so using quite a bit of battery here to get this one done, so I can get back on the racing line and take the normal line into the hairpin. P12, more places to be gained. Steven, 3 seconds. Okay. And that's the next objective, get within 3 seconds of Vasso, and that will hopefully give us P11, and then we can hopefully target Sasha Neeb, who also is on fairly old rubber, as we saw him pit quite early on. So the scales are tipping in our favour slightly. Oh, yellow.
Oliver.
So we reach Oliver, who got caught up in an incident, and he's struggling on his rear tyres a little bit, so now we're going to pass him on the back straight here. I'm catching now.
Don't use too much battery overtaking him, you do have DRS.
And that's exactly what we're going to do. The gap is coming down to the lead group as well. They're really battling. Now, unlike in the first stint, I have a tyre advantage, so my tyres are fresher, so I can still counteract the non-DRS factor, but also we are genuinely quicker. Wow, the lead group is really slow.
Yeah, Tim on the oldest tyres is leading the train.
We've got a few old tyre runners in there, and also they're just battling and also just slowing up. You can see the gap now has come down by a couple of seconds, and there's still a few laps to go in this one. Oh my god, fuck, almost spinned it. I don't really want Oro to go through, I'm quicker than him. I'll let him go, fuck it. Now, not exactly optimal, but we're going to have to just let Oliver run with it. Again, we've got to try and be smart about this, so we'll try and take a bit of a charge for a short time being, and hopefully we can try and get back past now. Oh, they're battling now. Why did I do that? Shit. Costly error, but it might not be a decisive error, and you can see here now we're going to try and make up for lost ground and basically get DRS when I would have actually had it on this straight, and use the battery to get a slingshot onto that next lap and push on. Again, same story next lap, swapping with Oliver. We pull away in the middle sector to like, 5, 6, 7 tenths, but then the straight line speed just basically we get eaten up on the straight easily. So a bit of a snap at the hairpin, not exactly ideal, but look at the gap now. We're right there with the traffic heading on the last 4 laps, and we've got the pace right now. We're going to once again get past Oliver here, carry that momentum onto the lap, and try to connect and get within the DRS.
Oh, we get 2 chances, 2 laps, lap 28, 29, sorry, lap 27, 28 on the back straight, I think, to make something happen.
I think there'll be some DRS games, so just you'll be in that train. It's just about getting the battery back up now.
Yeah, I'm working on it now.
As much as you can. Because you'll catch Sasha through this middle sector with ease.
Don't need to, 3 seconds for Sasha.
You'll catch him with ease through this middle sector, then you'll have DRS in him.
Oh, fuck's sake, Oliver. Why? Fuck's sake. We're just gonna catch. Why has he done that? No, I've got to use my battery to beat these 2. Instead of saving it for the group ahead. Fuck's sake.
Sasha has damage on the front left, I think.
Yeah, he does.
Now, I'm not too sure why that happened. I still, watching it back, it really cost me dearly, and I mean it cost Oliver as well.
Well, that was fucking the worst possible scenario. Inefficient.
So now we're in a situation where we have a lap to try and get back in that group, and if anyone gets a pen, we want to try and get within 3 seconds. So same story as before. We keep Sasha behind.
I'm taking this. I got 1 more chance here.
And now we're going to fully commit, so we're going to get the run through the last corner. Oliver struggling, we're just going to breeze by, and basically we need to use as little battery as possible to have everything left for the back straight and the run to the line. Now you can see here by the end of the lap there is some battling going on ahead, but we're not quite close enough. We're going to capitalise on Stephen's pen, but that looks like as far as it's going to go.
Let's go, Lewis.
A 10th to 3rd, 2nd to 5th.
So there we go, guys. That is it for the race. I think P9 will be our final finishing position, regardless of what happens. I think it is what it is. I think we got very unlucky in that race because we tangled or encountered both damaged cars in the first stint with, I believe, Carlos and Alessandro at the same time. So that caused us to lose the train. Couldn't quite catch back up. And then in the second stint, they were actually quite slow. We was actually making good progress. But again, I didn't understand that overtake from Oliver because it really just hamstrung me for that lap, basically. So had we not had that, we could have caught maybe a lap earlier, half a lap earlier. Maybe something might have happened, but, if, buts, and maybes. Either way, I think we played the strategy perfectly. That was the right lap to pit. Pace was excellent throughout the race, especially on the medium tyres, and genuinely, I did the best I could. Nothing else to do really, just a bit too far back. So yeah, guys, that is it for this one. In the meantime, in the background, you would have had the standings and everything, from that race. I do believe we need a big result. We need a podium or something to really kind of just get us back up there and really get, cooking away, because Lewis is doing a brilliant job right now, and of course leading the Drivers' Championship. So I want to try and help out, not be a one-man team. Anyway, cheers for watching, guys. I'd much appreciate a like and subscribe if you do want to see more content like this, especially heading into F1 25. In the meantime, a massive shout out to my members of the channel. Check out the 2 videos on your screen right now, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Ciao.